Okay, welcome everybody. So we have this lovely new diamond skin, our KUANG. But that's not really the point of the video. The point of the video is to update the KUANG build in general and maybe discuss some things that I haven't discussed before. This is pretty much the same build as the previous one, which I think was like number 85 or whatever. Except we have Bancroft's talent, but I'm also going to give some tips that I probably haven't given over there. So, this build as is without the stacks from Book of Thoth, we stood at about 763 magical power. Now I have full 75 stacks in Book of Thoth, so that's why our power is ridiculous at 829, without any other buffs or anything. Okay, so let's go on with the build. So, if you're starting in the mid lane in Conquest, you know, of course, pick up the Vampiric Shroud, and then you can go either like tier 1 into like buy Tiny Trinket first, or you can go Book of Thoth. You can choose either or. If you want a little bit more sustain, probably go Tiny Trinket. If you're not really about the lifesteal, you know, if you're fine with just a Vamp Shroud, you know, with that, and you don't really care about the Tiny Trinket, then I would just go with Book of Thoth if you're going for that more power, KUANG in middle lane. So you can choose either or. So it's really up to you if you want to do that. So after that, you know, build how you want. Like you can go into full Book of Thoth, or you can just buy the first tier, then do the boots, finish the boots, go back to this, finish it. It's really up to you how you want to do that. But outside of Conquest, like in Arena, you move really slow in Arena if you start Book of Thoth, which I'm fine with that. I'm comfortable moving at a slow pace because I just use my 2 if I need to escape. I'm really conscious when I'm moving around the map when I don't have boots as KUANG. Start on Book of Thoth first. In Assault, you can't get any stack items, so replace Book of Thoth with an item that you see fit. Probably like Chronos Pendant would be a great start for most, if not all, mages and Assault. Chronos Pendant is one of those items for Assault is something that you definitely want to have. You know, you get a 25% cooldown reduction, high magical power, high MP5. It's a great sustain, all around good item for mages and Assault. So that's how I would start KUANG and Assault. Besides the fact, this is how I would go about as playing KUANG. Book of Thoth first. If you're not really sure why I get Book of Thoth, it's because of his passive. Increase magical power by 5% of maximum mana. So that makes Book of Thoth a really great item for KUANG because of all that mana, all that magical power, and the passive of Book of Thoth is just wonderful for really high power KUANG. Moving on, I tend to get Shoots of Focus over Shoots of Magi or Magi. It's up to you. The reason why I get the cooldown boost because I like to be able to, you know, have my tornadoes up more constantly because I try to help out in team fights and clear lanes all at the same time. So that's going to require some cooldown reduction. That's why I get the cooldown reduction boots. Next, penetration item because we don't have the pin boots. We went 2 items without penetration, so a third item would be nice to have penetration. Spear of Magus is the way to go. Because of the passive, it's really easy to apply the passive with your tornadoes because of the damage over time effect. Next, lifesteal. I don't really like Polynomicon anymore. It's okay. It's more so used to finish off enemies. Let's say they survive your tornado. If I can speak, you know, they survive your tornado. They survive your 1 or whatever, and they just have like just a sliver of HP left. Book of Thoth passive is going to kick in with your next basic attack, and it's going to hit him pretty hard. More towards late game, not so much early mid. It's more of a late game type of item. But I just go Bancroft's talent. I mean, it's a really high powered item. It's really nice. So moving along, Rod's Hoodie. I get Rod's Hoodie as my 5th item in like Arena because Arena only lasts from 10 to 20 minutes average. And not all the time will you get to buy your 6th item if you're not, you know, if you're not fed. So Rod's Hoodie is great for obvious reasons. Moving along, Gem of Isolation is going to help you with your HP, mana, whatever. But the passive is going to kick in with your 3. So they're going to have reduced magical protections, and they're going to move 25% slower. And Gem of Isolation, what's cool is you get the magical power, and then that mana also turns into magical power. So it's a really high powered item for you as well. So these are all really great items. If you feel like you need some defense against physicals, Breastplate of Valor. I cannot speak today. Breastplate of Valor is the way to go because of all that mana. It turns into power, high physical protections, high cooldown reduction. That's the way to go. If you feel like you need magical defense, that's a little tough one. You won't get too much use out of Void Stone, at least with the passive, sadly, unless if you're a really up-close fighter. So, I mean, one of these 3 items may be better suited for you. Maybe Sona Gaia, if you need a magical defense in any case. So that pretty much wraps up for items, actives. It depends. You may want Purification Beads and or Sprint if you're getting, focused down a lot, maybe Aegis. It's really up to you. And Conquest, you may want Hand of Gods in certain scenarios. It's really up to you what you want to do there. So let's go ahead and test out some damages on Robot over here. That diamond skin's nice. Got glowing horns. Really great skin. First, do our tornado. Just gonna try to do that. So the tornado pretty much killed him. I did not do any basic attacks. It just killed him on its own. These are ulti. Pretty much killed him. Just one basic attack. He's dead. As far as his 1, let's go use 1. 648. Not too bad. Not too bad. Basics do 240. Pull up the abilities. These are the nice little numbers we have here. That ulti though. That's a really high powered ulti. So that's going to wrap it up for the build. Nice little refresh. So see you guys next time. Peace.